So this is going to be what I believe is the 6th video on the new channel. Thank you guys for supporting the recent videos. And yeah, today's video we're doing the anime gauntlet. I picked a few that I thought looked really interesting. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So for this first gauntlet here, we have Luffy and Zoro running a gauntlet against Alphonse, Deku, Light, Meliodas, I think his name was Code, Gojo, Boruto, and Lelouch. Everybody is in their prime. Keep that in mind. So round one, we have Edward, Elric, and Deku. Ed, I'm not gonna lie, you my boy. You could make an argument that since Luffy's made out of rubber, Ed can technically transmute him, but that's not what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is Luffy's gonna use some Buso, throw in some Ryuo, and Ed gets put into a pack. I'm not gonna lie, Ed is gone. I think it's pretty much the same for Deku, but the only reason why I'm saying Deku might have a slim chance at surviving longer than Ed is because in the manga right now, he has access to multiple quirks, which could come into play, but I don't know what quirk is gonna stop Gear 5th Luffy, so yeah, Deku is gone. They're clearing the first match. We have Zoro and Luffy here. I didn't even talk about Zoro, so that tells you all you need to know. Luffy and Zoro are clearing this first match easily. Second match, we have Light and Meliodas. And yeah, this is where they stop. I've seen so many One Piece fans that are saying Gear 5th Luffy is the new strongest thing in Shonen because he has Toon Force or whatever. And he is powerful. You know, he's boxing with Kaido, but he's not some sort of all-powerful deity of well, he is technically a deity, but he's not like the new strongest character in anime. He's not beating Goku, and he's not beating Meliodas. I'm not gonna lie. So round two, they stop here. Light is gone. I don't care what Light is doing. Light's getting speed blitz before he can even write down Luffy's name or Zoro's name. He's gone. And on top of that, he has to now write 2 names. He's gone. But Meliodas is just too much of a threat. And then everything after this is a bit of a threat too. Gojo and Boruto is obviously winning now. I'm sorry. Momoshiki just, yeah, I'm sorry. They stop around 2. It is what it is. So this next gauntlet here, we have the Akatsuki running the gauntlet. This is interesting because it's a bunch of different groups from other anime. You have the Akatsuki going up against the Phantom Troop from Hunter x Hunter, Class 1A from My Hero Academia, the Black Bulls from Black Clover, the Straw Hat Pirates from One Piece, the 7 Deadly Sins from the 7 Deadly Sins, the gang from Yu Yu Hakusho, the Espada, and Universe 7. Okay, this is good. Round 1, Hunter x Hunter, the Phantom Troop. I'm not gonna lie, that's hard, man. That is so hard. You know, you have people like Uvogen who are casually smashing through tanks, which is something that I'm 100% sure the people in the Akatsuki could do. Man, that's really hard. But if I had to choose, I'm giving that to the Akatsuki. I'm sorry. I mean, the things that I've seen them do, you know, you have Pain, who can casually throw around meteorites like it's nothing. You have Itachi, who has access to Susanoo, and if I'm being completely honest, based off what I've seen in the Phantom Troop, I do not think that any of them have enough destructive power to the point where they're getting through a Susanoo. I know that Uvogen has a punch with enough force to, you know, blow up a tank, and that's cute, but it's not getting through Susanoo. Now, we've seen what the Phantom Troop can do. We know how powerful they are, but let's be real, not even close to half of the members, or it might be around half, have the ability to stand toe-to-toe against an Akatsuki member. Like, okay, Nobunaga has his end. He's very powerful. I'll give him that. Cool. He is not doing anything to the majority of the Akatsuki. He might be able to hang with the likes of maybe like a Zetsu or that's actually it. That's one person I see maybe hanging with is Zetsu. Zetsu doesn't even box like that. You know, Eitan, he'd probably be able to put up a better fight. Maki or Machi, I don't know. The only people in the Phantom Troop who I can really make a strong case for are Hisoka, Uvogen, Crollo, and that's about it. I don't know. There's that one guy who can drop like literal planets on people, so that might be busted too. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Phantom Troop, Akatsuki are demolished. That might be a hot take, but based off what I've seen, the Akatsuki just have higher showings than the Phantom Troop. I don't know if they're going into the Naruto verse and fighting off Jinchuriki by themselves like the Akatsuki are. I don't see that happening, truthfully. Next up, you have Class 1A, and this is an interesting one. If it's the manga, I'm not gonna lie, Class 1A might take that. That might sound crazy, but in the manga right now, the scaling in the My Hero Academia manga is absolutely insane. But I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna make this video a lot clearer. We're only gonna talk about the anime versions, because if we talk about the manga, it's way too much of a debate, and I'm not ready for that right now. If it's just the anime, the Akatsuki are winning. I'm sorry. Class 1A is powerful. They're very strong. You know, you got Bakugo, his explosion, Todoroki, half hot, half cold, Izuku Midoriya, One for All, and that is Class 1A. I basically just named Class 1A because those are the only people that are going to have a chance. Oh wait, I see All Might's in the bag too. That might change things. But if it's the anime version, I I really want to give it to I want to give it to the Akatsuki, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. If it's the manga, it's a conversation, but anime, Akatsuki are taking, and this is where it gets hard. Because the next anime is Black Clover, and it's the Black Bulls. Now, right off the bat, there is a member in the Black Bulls that completely just says, oh, okay, I died? Not anymore, and just cuts that in half. And that member is Vanessa. She is busted. Vanessa has access to what I think was called the Thread of Fate, and Vanessa has access to literal fate in the form of a red cat. And this basically means that if she doesn't want something to happen, it doesn't happen. This does, of course, require magical energy, so she can't do it infinitely. Because this is the entire Black Bulls, Charmy's on her team, and Charmy can give her food that allows her to replenish her magic. Therefore, she can infinitely not die. And based off that logic, I'm not even gotta say anybody else. I think they win. They can literally just not die over and over again until they beat the Akatsuki. And not even just that, you have Asta, who's now grown so strong after that time skip where he's able to actually harness enough power of his devil to allow Liebe to take over his entire army. He wasn't able to do that before. We see Asta actually standing up next to Yami himself and fighting Dante with him. We haven't seen Asta this powerful before, so and Yami himself has been showing off. Actually, a lot of the members of the Black Bulls have been showing off, but those three specifically, or those four, Asta, Yami, Charmy, and Vanessa, I feel like would really. Oh, Noelle's been going crazy too. Her fight with Monica, yeah, Noelle's been going crazy too. This might be a hot take, but I cannot see the Black Bulls losing. Vanessa is just so busted. And even if she doesn't have Charmy, Asta, Yami, Noelle, if you think that they're not attacking and beating the Akatsuki with basically 3 lives, they have 3 stocks. They literally have basically multiple stocks to go fight the Akatsuki. If you think I just cannot see them losing with that much riding on them. So yeah, I would give that to the Black Bulls. I'm sorry. And then after that, you have a Straw Hat Pirate Swamp, and we all know how that. So for this next gauntlet, we have adult Sasuke going up against Killua, Zoro, Grateful Buster, Genos, Spawn, and finishing at Vegeta. Okay, so round number 1. I don't know what Killua was doing. Maybe he tries to use some lightning or goes God speed, but none of that matters because Sasuke blitzes him. Sasuke utterly destroys Killua. There's nothing he's doing to beat Sasuke. Maybe he tries to sacrifice some years off his life. I don't know, but Sasuke just kind of stops through that. I don't know what to say. But next up we have Zoro, and this is an interesting fight, but Sasuke would still win. I'm sorry, it is what it is. You know, Zoro is very powerful. Obviously now he has the Enma sword, which allowing him to do things like cut the tip of Onigashima off, which is insane. I saw this in the manga, but the anime really just kind of embellished how powerful this was. You see him now having Kaido dodge his attacks, which is crazy. You know, Zoro with Enma is a force to be reckoned with, but yeah, he's not beating Sasuke. I'm sorry, not yet at least. Maybe a little bit later it'll be like a fight, a conversation, but as of right now, it's not. Next up we have Great Buster, and this might be where he loses because I don't really remember. I'm not really caught up on Fairy Tail, but apparently this is Gray when he had access to some sort of demon mode. I don't want to get any Fairy Tail fans mad at me, so I'm just gonna stay neutral in this match. If he wins this, let me know down below. I'm not sure how strong his demon forms are, but I don't want to piss anybody off, so we're gonna move straight to Genos. And obviously Sasuke destroys Genos. Now, to put it into perspective how easily Sasuke destroys Genos, I'm gonna bring up an example of when Genos was trying to destroy a meteor, right? And Genos struggles to destroy this meteor. He uses his strongest attack, and I don't really think he could do that much damage to it, or at least not enough to even close to save the city he was trying to save. Now, in the movie Naruto the Last, Sasuke makes an appearance in the Leaf Village to destroy a meteor that I think is around the same size, and he does this in seconds. I think this just goes to show how big the gap in their powers. I mean, Sasuke just casually pulls up to the Leaf Village and is like, oh, Naruto's not here? Alright, you got me. But yeah, Sasuke stops Genos. This isn't even a conversation. Ban is where it starts to get a little difficult because Ban is technically immortal, or at least he was immortal. This is a picture of him back when he was. So the argument here is like, can Sasuke beat somebody who literally cannot die, who will just come back even if you stomp him into tiny pieces? The answer to that is yes, because Sasuke has access to Genjutsu, which would allow him to beat Ban without technically beating him. I mean, all he has to do is put him into a state of an infinite loop, like how Itachi did that to Kabuto. What countermeasures does Ban have against a Genjutsu? And that's why I would say Ban would unfortunately lose that. And then we have Vegeta. GG. I'm sorry. Sasuke losing to Vegeta. If you think he's not, let me know what your argument is. But yeah, Sasuke, there's no way it's beating. It is what it is. Then for this last gauntlet, we have Goku and Vegeta. This is UI Goku, by the way, and what I think is Blue Evolution Vegeta. So this is the end of the tournament power, running the gauntlet with Izuku and Bakugo. Or I guess that's just the entire Heroes Rising cast, which is basically 1A. Black Clover, I guess all of them. You have the entire Naruto cast. What the hell? The entire Fairy Tail, or just I guess it's all of the Dragon Slayers and a few other people. I don't know, just fairy tale characters, I guess. And then you have the Bleach verse. Around number 1, My Hero Academia, gone. I don't know what kind of quirk they're trying to imply that. Maybe they're thinking about Eri. Maybe they're thinking that Eri can get close to Goku and Vegeta and revert them back to them when they were children. But unfortunately, Goku and Vegeta are still clear as an embryo. So yeah, it is what it is. Not gonna say too much about that. In terms of Black Clover, yeah, they're also gone. I mean, you know, you have Vanessa who can manipulate fate, so maybe she can prolong their lifespans for like a few more seconds. But yeah, they're also gone. I'm not gonna say anything about that. Naruto, maybe somebody can put them in like a genjutsu, but unfortunately what happens then is that they punch or they breathe out too much air, and that accidentally kills the Naruto characters, so they're dead. And then Fairy Tail, yeah, same thing. They kind of just blow out too much air to the point where they literally die. I did see people talking about how powerful E and D was in my comment section the other day, and if I'm wrong about this, let me know down below. I really want to know. Am I wrong? I didn't finish Fairy Tail. I really should, but yeah, are Nasu and Grace so powerful at the end of the show that they can beat Goku and Vegeta? I mean, I did see a scene where they were literally breaking dimensions, which is crazy powerful, but if they can, let me know down below. And then Bleach, Ichigo will put up a good fight. I feel like he could last a few seconds, but unfortunately, Ichigo is not beating UI Goku, and Vegeta's not beating, or he's not beating Blue Evo Vegeta either. So yeah, it is what it is, man. I think this is a good gauntlet though. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
Giving out hands like I'm Luffy, I hit them hard, make them switch animations. They change from the show to the movies, Feel like the Hurricane who wanna fight with me. I take him out with this 2-piece.